So next is a special type of discrete random variable, that is binomial variable. So this distribution is discrete type of distribution is binomial distribution. So what is a binomial distribution? It's a discrete type of distribution. And consider a random experiment. Let A be the event with the outcome success and failure. So there is only the outcomes as success and failure. Okay, only two outcomes are there. Either it is success or failure. This type of distribution. So if a type of experiment or random variable following this type of outcomes, that is there comes only success and failure as outcomes. So this type of distribution is called binomial distribution, or otherwise this trial is called Bernoulli's trial or Bernoulli experiment. So let P be the probability of success. So the outcomes are success and failure. Let P be the probability of success and Q be the probability of failure, such that P plus Q is equal to 1. Okay, such that P plus Q is equal to 1 because the total probability is 1. Okay, here there are success and failure are the only outcomes. So sum of the probabilities is 1. Total probability is 1. And let the experiment be repeated n times. Let x denotes, so what is the random variable x? X denotes the random variable denoting number of successes. P is the probability of success. So x is the number of successes. So x is related with P. Okay. So the P of x, probability distribution function or probability mass function is P of x is equal to, otherwise we can write it as f of x. It is ncx p raised to x q raised to n minus x, where x varies from 0, 1 to etc. up to n. So ncx p raised to x q raised to n minus x. This is the distribution function of probability distribution function of binomial variable. Okay. So here n and p are the parameters. N is the number of trials and P is the probability of success, and Q is depending on P. Okay, Q is 1 minus P. So P is not a new parameter, just N and P are the parameters. So if a random variable is following binomial distribution, then we write it as X follows B N P. Okay, binomial with the parameters N and P. Okay. So for as an example, a fair coin is tossed 20 times. A fair coin is tossed 20 times. Let x denotes the number of heads. So what is the x denotes the number of heads. So what is the probability of getting a head? It is 1 by 2. So P is 1 by 2 and N is 20. So we can write it as x follows binomial with parameters N and P. Here N is 20 and P is 1 by 2. So B 20 1 by 2. Okay. So what is the distribution function? F of x ncx p raised to x q raised to n minus x, where x varies from 0, 1 to etc. up to n. Okay. So we can verify that it is a probability mass function or a probability distribution function. So what is the property? Since it is the combination of P and Q, probability is always a positive greater than 0, and ncx is also a positive number. So f of x is a positive number. And what is the total probability? That is sigma over x, f of x. That is sigma x from 0 to n, ncx p raised to x q raised to n minus x. What is its value? So if you open the bracket, or if you apply the variation for x, if x is 0, it will be nc0 p raised to 0 q raised to n minus 0. If x is 1, nc1 p raised to 1 q raised to n minus 1, etc. etc. If n is n, x is n, ncn p raised to n q raised to n minus n, that is 0. Okay, actually it is the binomial expansion. What is the expansion of a plus b the whole raised to n? It is a raised to n plus nc1 a raised to n minus 1 b plus nc2 a raised to n minus 2 b square etc. up to b raised to n. Okay. So we can write it as a raised to n. So a plus last term is b raised to n. So a plus b the whole raised to n. That is this expansion. So this is actually nc0 is 1, p raised to 0 1. So first term is q raised to n. Okay, q raised to n. Then nc1 q raised to n minus 1 p plus etc. Last term ncn is 1, p raised to n, q raised to 0. Okay, so last term is p raised to n. So comparing this with this binomial expansion, the first term is q and last term is p. So this is the binomial expansion. of the form a plus b the whole raised to n. So it is q plus p the whole raised to n. What is q plus p? That's the sum of probabilities. It is 1. So 1 raised to n is 1. So it is a probability distribution function. Okay. So next we have to derive the mean and variance of binomial distribution. What is the mean and variance of binomial distribution? How will you find the mean of the distribution? It is expectation of x. Mean is expectation of x. It is sigma x into p of x. Okay. So it is sigma x varies from 0 to n x into p of x is ncx p raised to x q raised to n minus x. Okay. So it is sigma x varies from 0 to n into, what is the meaning of ncx? N factorial by x factorial into n minus x factorial p raised to x q raised to n minus x. Or it is sigma x, this is x. So x varies from 0 to n. So there is a term x and x factorial in the denominator. So we can write the denominator x factorial as x into x minus 1 factorial. Okay, because 2 factorial is 2 into 1 factorial. 3 factorial is 3 into 2 factorial, etc. So x factorial x into x minus 1 factorial. P raised to x q raised to n minus x. Or it is, so now we can cut or cancel this x so that x cannot vary from 0 to 1. So now x varies from 1 to n. Okay, because x minus 1 is the first one. So this is x minus 1. So we have to arrange, before that, let us check this distribution, ncx p raised to x q raised to n minus x. So what is ncx p raised to x q raised to n minus x? It is n factorial by x factorial into n minus x factorial. Okay, n factorial by x factorial into difference of n and x is n minus x factorial here. And if it is x factorial, p raised to x, q raised to x n minus x. Okay. So we have to arrange the terms like this, because this is x minus 1 factorial. We can write n factorial as n into n minus 1 factorial. Okay, ഇത് ഈ രൂപത്തിൽ വരാനായിട്ട് നമുക്കൊന്ന് ഇവിടെ ഒന്ന് അറേഞ്ച് ചെയ്യണം, അത്രേ ഉള്ളൂ. n minus x factorial. So now numerator is n minus 1 factorial, x minus 1 factorial. What is the difference between these two? n minus 1 and x minus 1 subtract ചെയ്താൽ we get n minus x factorial. So this is okay. Then p raised to x minus 1 we have to get. Okay, x minus 1. So p raised to x can be written as p raised to x minus 1 into p q raised to n minus x. Okay, so sigma x varies from 1 to n. Now we can take this n outside and p outside. Now it is n minus 1 factorial by x minus 1 factorial into n minus x factorial p raised to x minus 1 q raised to n minus x. Again it is, if you expand this as for different values of x, if x is 1, okay, or we can write it as sigma x from 1 to infinite 1 to n, it is n minus 1 c x minus 1. Okay, like ncx n factorial by x factorial into n minus x factorial. Similarly, n minus 1 factorial by n x minus 1 factorial into n minus x factorial is n minus 1 c x minus 1 p raised to x minus 1 q raised to the difference n minus x. So now we can expand. If x is 1, n minus 1 c0 p raised to 0 q raised to n minus 1. Next, if x is 2, n minus 1 c1 p raised to 1 q raised to n minus 2. Plus if x is 3, n minus 1 c2 p raised to 2 q raised to n minus 2. Sorry, n minus 3, etc. etc. Last term, if x is n minus 1 c if x is n, it is n minus 1 p raised to n minus 1 q raised to n minus n 0. Okay, so it is, what is it? n minus 1 c0 is 1, p raised to 0 1. So first term is q raised to n minus 1, etc. etc. Last term is n minus 1 c n minus 1 is 1, q raised to 0 1. So it is p raised to n minus 1. So it is, this sum is actually q plus p the whole raised to n minus 1. The a plus b the whole raised to n In the place of a plus b the whole raised to n, it is a plus b the whole raised to n minus 1. Okay. And what is q plus p? It is 1. So it is 1 raised to n minus 1. It is 1. So it is np. So mean of the distribution is np. Okay. Next we have to find the variance. Variance is e of x square minus e of x the whole square. Okay. What is e of x square? Because it is a combination of x minus 1, n minus 1, etc. We have to rearrange this x square as x into x minus 1 plus x. Okay. Opening the bracket, x square minus x plus x is x square. Okay. So it is using the property of expectation. Expectation of x into x minus 1 plus expectation of x. Okay. So it is, we have to find this e of x into x minus 1. Okay. What is it? Sigma x varies from 0 to n x into x minus 1 into p of x. And it is sigma x varies from 0 to n x into x minus 1 into what is p of x? It is ncx p raised to x q raised to n minus x. And it is sigma 0 to n x into x minus 1. What is ncx? As in the previous case, n factorial by x factorial into n minus x factorial p raised to x q raised to n minus x. Or it is sigma 0 to n x into x minus 1 factorial, x minus 1 into n factorial by x factorial is x into x minus 1 into x minus 2 factorial, because in the numerator there are x into x minus 1. So we can cut this x into x minus 1. So n minus x factorial p raised to x q raised to n minus x. So it is sigma x from, so we can cancel these terms. So now x varies from which term? Factorial is a non-negative. So minimum value of x is 2. So 2 to n. So now the denominator is x minus 2 factorial into n minus x factorial. So n factorial should be written as n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 factorial. Correct? Because n minus 2 factorial by x minus 2 factorial. The difference of n minus 2 and x minus 2 is n minus x. This is difference. Ini p raised to x in eganeyam. So p raised to endavanam e term. X minus 2 aganam. So multiply with p square. Because we have to get p raised to x. P raised to x minus 2 into p square is p raised to x. Into q raised to n minus x. So now it is, we can take which terms can be taken outside the summation. N into n minus 1 p square. So that into sigma n from 2 to n. Now it is n minus 2 factorial. That is n minus 2 c n minus 2 p raised to x minus 2 q raised to n minus x. Okay. So expanding this one. If x is 2, n minus 2 c 0 p raised to 0 q raised to n minus 2, plus if x is 3, n minus 2 c 1 p raised to 1 q raised to n minus 3. Then etc. Last term is if x is n minus 2 c n minus 2 p raised to n minus 2 q raised to n minus n 0. Okay. So what is it? It is n minus 2 c0 is 1, p raised to 0 1, q raised to n minus 2 only. Okay. So first term is q raised to n minus 2, etc. Last term is n minus 2 c n minus 2 is 1, q raised to 0 1. So p raised to n minus 2 is there. So first term is q raised to n minus 2. So it is n into n minus 1 into p square into again q plus p the whole raised to n minus 2. Okay. Q plus p the whole raised to n minus 2. Q plus p is 1. So it is n into n minus 1 into p square. Okay. So expectation of x into x minus 1 is n into n minus 1 into p square. Okay. n into n minus 1 into p square. Next, what is the variance? Variance of x is, it is e of x into x minus 1 plus e of x. So it is n into n minus 1 into p square plus what is expectation of x? It is np. So opening the bracket. Sorry, this is not variance of x. It is e of x square. Okay, e of x square. So it is n square p square minus n p square plus np. So e of x square is this one. Therefore, variance of x is e of x square minus e of x the whole square. That is n square p square minus np square plus np. What is expectation of x? That is the mean. It is np, the whole square. That is np the whole square is n square p square. So we can cancel this n square p square. And minus np square plus np remains. Within the common np can be taken out. 1 minus p. And what is 1 minus p? It is q. So the variance is npq. Okay. And the standard deviation is root of variance, root of npq. If you want to find the standard deviation, it is root of npq. Okay.